Cece, one word to describe today.
Only one word. Unreal. That's fire. Honestly, unreal.
When Caitlin Clark stepped onto the court at Carver-Hawkeye Arena, the atmosphere was electric. The roar of the crowd hit an unbelievable 116 decibels during her introduction, louder than most NFL or NBA games, before she even took a shot. But when she launched a 36-foot three-pointer from the very spot where she once broke Kelsey Plum's NCAA scoring record, the arena erupted. After 7 months away, Clark didn't just return. She made a statement. This wasn't just a preseason game. It was a powerful preview of the dominance she's bringing to 2025. The answer echoed louder than anyone anticipated. Straight from Iowa City. What happens when a hometown legend returns? After taking the basketball world by storm. For a preseason game that wouldn't even count in the standings, fans camped outside Carver-Hawkeye Arena hours ahead of tip-off. But they weren't just there to see tip-off. They came early to catch warm-ups, to absorb every moment, simply to share space with Caitlin Clark. The line snaked around the building as fans waited patiently in the May weather for the chance to witness history.
What does it mean to you to be going back to play at Iowa, but this time with your jersey in the rafters?
Yeah, I'm super excited to go back and play at Iowa. Obviously a place that has meant a lot to me, and we've had so many amazing games inside that arena, so it'll be fun to be back in front of those fans, and honestly to get to introduce those fans to all my new teammates. And the Indiana Fever, I think, will be really special because they love supporting all of us. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I know it's gonna be a special day.
7 months may not seem long, but in basketball, it's an eternity, and every moment of that absence was felt. The instant Caitlin Clark stepped onto the court, the atmosphere ignited. Fans held their breath, waiting to see if she'd launch. One from the logo right away, then came the roar. Not just a cheer, but an explosion. During player introductions, the noise level soared to a staggering 116 decibels, louder than most NFL stadiums, and even some NBA playoff games. This wasn't just hype. It was a full-blown eruption of anticipation and adoration.
What are you the most excited to show your teammates around campus?
Ooh. Honestly, I'm most excited to show them how cool Iowa City is. Like, people don't realize how good of a college town that place is. My teammates just expect it to be cornfield, but I'm like, no, it's one of the greatest colleges. So yeah, downtown Iowa City is where it's at. So we'll give them a little tour, and I'm sure they're gonna wanna come back.
For Caitlin Clark, Carver-Hawkeye Arena isn't just a court. It's where her legend began. It's where she broke records, redefined women's college basketball, and put Iowa at the center of the sport's national spotlight. This arena watched her rise from a promising freshman to a generational icon. That's why fans were willing to spend an average of $670 per ticket. Not for a championship, not even a regular season game, but for a homecoming. People took time off work, drove for hours, and crossed state lines just to witness Clark's return to the place where it all started.
Yeah, getting to go back to Iowa, it's so exciting. I obviously haven't really been there much since I left about a year ago. And I think just getting to see people that have supported me throughout my career and continue to support me is gonna be incredible, but also like they're the biggest Indiana Fever fans too now. Like they wanna meet all my teammates, they wanna cheer for my teammates. And I was telling some of the girls this the other day, I'm like, they're gonna go crazy for you too.
Even Caitlin Clark's teammates recognized the significance of the moment. Lexi Hall wore a number 22 Iowa jersey during warm-ups, in a touching nod to Clark's roots. This wasn't just a game, it was a homecoming. You could see the emotion in Clark's eyes as she scanned the sold-out Carver-Hawkeye Arena, packed with 15,000 fans who had followed her journey from day one. This court launched her into stardom, and now she was back. Not as a college phenom, but as a pro who's already reshaping the sport. But the night wasn't just about nostalgia. From the moment Clark hit the floor, it was clear. This was a celebration of her legacy, her loyalty, and a glimpse at how far her game has evolved.
Good luck finding affordable tickets for the Indiana Fever preseason game against Brazil at Carver-Hawkeye Arena. Seats at the arena for the May 4th matchup between the Indiana Fever and Brazil were first offered to season ticket holders and a few top donors. It didn't take long for them to be gone.
Even Clark's teammates understood the significance of the moment. Lexi Hull, wearing a number 22 Iowa shirt during pregame, was a heartfelt tribute, acknowledging that this wasn't just another matchup. It was a true homecoming for her friend.
They're going to have signs about you. They want your autograph. They want a high five from you. And I think that's what I appreciate about them the most is like they want to cheer not only for myself, but everybody else on this team. And they have so much fun watching us. So now getting to take the Indiana Fever to them and their environment, I was telling Lexi and some of the other girls this other day is like, this will be the loudest arena you have ever played in. They're going to scream. They're going to cheer. When I tell them to get up, they're going to get up. So it'll be fun to get to go back there since my last time playing there in the NCAA tournament my senior year, so it should be really special.
Caitlin Clark found her rhythm early, and you could feel it. The confidence, vision, and poise that defined her legendary run at Iowa were on full display. Every move was vintage Clark. Sharp passes, quick reads, and that unmistakable grin lighting up the court each time she crossed half court with that locked-in look. The one that signals she's already 2 steps ahead. Defenders instinctively gave her space. But with Clark, that's never enough. Brazil's national team was already scrambling to contain Indiana's offense when the moment arrived. Clark pulled up from the very same spot where she shattered Kelsey Plum's NCAA scoring record just months before. This wasn't chance. It was storytelling. Now wearing a Fever jersey in a sold-out arena, she let it fly with that signature high arc. The ball dropped straight through, nothing but net. It wasn't just a shot, it was a statement. A moment that Tide passed to present, reminded the world who she is, and sent a message to the WNBA. Caitlin Clark is only getting started.
Clark, pull up 3, you bet!
With 25 seconds remaining in the third quarter at Carver-Hawkeye Arena, Caitlin Clark took 3 quick dribbles and launched a 36-foot bomb, draining a shot that was far more than just 3 points. It was her statement to the world. She's officially back. In sports, there are moments that go beyond the scoreboard, and this was one of them. From the opening play, Clark did what she does best, nailed a 3. But that deep dagger in the third quarter wasn't just another highlight. It was a defining moment, a bold reminder that when Caitlin Clark returns, she makes it unforgettable.
The better looking possessions of the day for Brazil. Here's Clark. Wow! You bet! From beyond the logo! And a little point afterward.
When Clark later asked if the crowd went wild after her deep 3, her teammates couldn't resist having a little fun. When you scored, nah, Sophie Cunningham teased, while Lexi Hull grinned and added, no one really cared. It was the kind of light-hearted banter that reveals just how tight-knit this Fever team has already become. Chemistry that extends well beyond the court, but in reality, the crowd's reaction was anything but quiet. Players describe the sound as something you could feel, a pounding in their chests as the decibel level spiked to an ear-shattering 117. This wasn't just applause. It was pure release, a wave of emotion from nearly 15,000 fans who had been counting the days for a moment like that. Former Fever coach Stephanie White summed it up best. That's just who she is and what she does. Clark's deep three wasn't just another shot. It was a surge of energy, a reminder that her impact goes far beyond the box score.